welcome, sort of, to Waldmann Brewery. As you know, if you've read our Facebook posts, these are not only extraordinary times for the rest of the universe, but extraordinary times for us too. And rather than focusing on the really weird time we're in right now, we wanted to at least give you about an hour of fun and Irish music and celebration that you can enjoy from the safety of your own home. There may be a commercial interruption at some point. You may hear poetry. You may hear some things you didn't know about the music that's about to be played. But I want to start by introducing the musicians we have this evening. I just feel so lucky to have this group with us. This is one of the finest Irish folk ensembles, I think, in the country. So we're honored to have with us Patsy O'Brien on guitar, Jody Dowling on fiddle, and Kate Dowling on a variety of woodwind instruments, including Irish flute and wooden whistle.
Yeah.
I was going to say wooden tin whistle, but
yeah.
that would be unusual. So,
It is unusual.
So, without further ado, get out your crowlers. If you picked one up today from Waldmann, thank you for that. If you didn't, just know that we have pickup here in the saloon as well as home delivery of our crowlers. Visit our website at www.waldmann.com. Well, you know what our website is. And know also that we have home delivery of our food and our beer, including a beer subscription, where you can sign up for a prepaid amount of beer to be delivered on a weekly basis to your home of your choice. Again, visit our website or our Facebook page for more information. With that, let's get this show on the road.
All right, guys, put your beers down.
Do we have to? We just did it. Hey, everybody.
Hello, happy St. Patrick's Day. We're delighted to be here. We're delighted that Tom asked us to do this today. And enjoy some tunes, enjoy a pint and some food, and we're ready to go.
All right. Yeah.
One, two, three, four.
clapping from outside.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Mom, keep it down.
Yep.
Should be in bed. Thanks very much for that. There's a couple of tunes to get us kind of warmed up, although as you can see, we don't need a whole lot of warming up physically, to tell you the truth. It's nice and toasty,
Yeah.
right where we are. But we'll carry on in that vein, I think, with a couple more tunes. What are the names of those ones?
Those first two, Joe?
The old walls of this carol.
Oh.
One of them, yeah. I think that's the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
the first one I don't remember. The
Great. So maybe someone can comment on the name of the first
Yeah, if
two.
anybody knows that
Anybody want to help us with names? You can.
Well, we do know we've got some polkas next, and we learned these when we used to play with Patty O'Brien here in St. Paul. And these are some great polkas called the Green Cottage polkas. 4 polkas in a row if you want to get up and try out a dance at home.
all the time.
You can have a partner, you don't need a partner. You can polka by yourself, right?
It's safer that way.
Yeah, safer.
Safer that way. Polka by yourself.
Polka with the social distance polkas. Oh, this one.
Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you very much.
Nice.
That was so fun.
Well, that was good.
Yeah, I love all your little triplets in there.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Very, very talented.
Thanks, Kate. We'll carry on with the song. Let's do what's written on the thing.
Okay, Captain Kid.
Yeah, we'll do a song called Captain Kidd that I've been singing for years, back from when I was living in Dublin. That's when I first started singing it. And it's a song that actually tells a true story. And not actually doesn't tell the true story, because there was a lot of apocryphal stuff written about Captain Kidd. But this song was actually written to be sold at his execution site in the early 1700s, where he was executed back in the times when public executions were the thing in London, especially if they had someone who was kind of famous or notorious as Captain Kidd was. So a lot of people would gather for these executions, and this one was no exception. And some entrepreneurial spirits would either write a poem or a song or a verse, print up a bunch of copies, and sell them at the site during the execution, if you wanted a souvenir of your day out with the kids.
Broadsides?
As
Is
it
that what
was.
they're called?
There were some of them called broadsheets and broadsides.
Broadsheets,
Yeah, broadsides. And this is one of those songs, and that's how we know. That's how we've kind of dated it, because we know that he was executed in, I think, 1712. I could be wrong there. Anybody out there in Facebook land, feel free to.
So what you're saying, Cassie, is it could be worse.
It could be a whole lot worse. Yeah, exactly. And we're not sure what people did with those things after they went out for their day out and watched the guy getting hung, drawn, and quartered and bringing home the thing. Do you think they might have all sat around the fireside and said, "Hey kids, let's learn a tune about that guy we saw today"? Something like that. Who knows? Anyway, Captain Kidd.
It's got some real swing.
Oh,
Hey!
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, boy.
Censor that one.
That's gallows humor.
Yeah. All right.
Tom Hanks just as bad.
Captain Kidd, as I sailed, my name is Captain Kidd, as I sailed. My name is Captain Kidd, God's laws I did forbid, and most wickedly I did, as I sailed. And I murdered William Moore, as I sailed, I murdered William Moore, as I sailed. I murdered William Moore, left him lying in his door, 40 leagues away from shore, as I sailed, and feel it very well still, as I sailed, and feel it very well still, as I sailed, and feel it very well still, my God, I did kill, and this precious blood did spill, as I sailed, and all my parents taught me well, as I sailed, my parents taught me well, as I sailed. My parents taught me well to shout against the hell, but against them I rebelled, as I sailed. I did vow we never be left to walk in wisdom's path, as I sailed. And my redemption lasted not, as I sailed. And my redemption lasted not, as I sailed. And my redemption lasted not, my vows I did forget. Now damnation is my lot, as I sailed. So to execution dock I must go, to execution dock I must go. To execution dock, lay my head along the law, Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you very much. Thank you all.
I always smile when you're singing that song, and then I listen to the words again, and I'm like, the words are not smiley words.
They're not smiley words.
but-
No, they're not. They're not happening.
They're not. It's the real fact.
So what did he do?
What did he do?
Captain Kidd?
Oh, he was one of those notorious pirates, but to tell you the truth, he was hunted down because he was a huge threat to the India Trading Company because he was so effective and good at what he did. So there was a lot of political weight to go and find this guy and get rid of him. And he was framed for a lot of things he never did. Not saying he was a good guy or anything. Just saying, you know, like that. So,
All right.
what's next on the agenda?
Mr. Jody.
Should we do those slides?
Pronouns. Oh, yeah. we
Yeah.
should. Yeah.
All
Should
right.
we do the slides, audience? Yes.
Yes.
Is that a yes?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
All right, so
They're
there's some
cool.
slides.
They're really cool.
The first one is kind of cool, strange, interesting setting that we learned from the playing of Penny Cronin. And then we go into a couple other ones, kind of kick it into gear.
flute teacher in Chicago. He was from Tullamore and County Offaly, and he taught me since I was like 6 years old. I've been playing. Anyway, I learned that last tune from him, and he died last year. It would have been his 85th birthday yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's so fun to think of him with that tune.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right.
Cool.
Oh, we're gonna do bar dances. Is that okay?
Sure, yeah. Do this.
Okay. So we're gonna do some barn dances, and barn dances are another kind of a couple dance that's a little bit of a cross between a waltz and polka-ish.
Yeah, maybe.
You can do that if you want to, or just try what you like. They're kind of a little bit waltzy. These tunes I learned in Cork City in a pub called the Corner House, and I was stuck in there one time. I was by myself because I was going out to Ballygourney in Westport to go to a nerdy flute weekend.
Is that what they call it?
They call it the
weekend?
nerdy flute
The
weekend.
nerdy tab.
Yeah.
The annual nerdy food.
That's a direct translation of the game.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I heard these two sisters play these barn dances, and I just loved them. Yeah, they were not nerds. They were really cool. They were playing banjo and accordion, I think. So not nerds at all. Yeah.
Not flute nerds at all.
Not flute nerds. But I
Well,
wanna.
I think it's the first one is actually a Sligo tune.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
What's it called?
James E. Gannon's.
Dang it!
Yeah, so it's not actually Cork,
But I heard it in
but you
accordion.
heard it in Cork. So
Yeah.
that makes it better.
I want to play these for Anne. So we'll try these out.
Sure.
You remember how they start? All of that.
are fun. They are good examples. We'll carry on with another song. This is one, wrote this one in St. Louis a long time ago. Back when I was playing with, actually it was another flute player and a fiddle player.
Yeah.
Not these guys, because the flute player and the fiddle player I was playing with had a huge argument. Stopped talking to each other. I got left out of the conversation as well.
We never do that.
So I found myself sitting on the porch with a guitar and a case of Bud Light. And wrote a lot of songs, and only one survived, and this is the one. A song called River Song. Myself, I got my wings to fly. I'm gonna find my way to the river. And when we go down on that muddy old ground, I'm gonna dive right in the water. Yes, and I'll spread my wings. I'm gonna rise up and sing of the ocean blue and the chorus. Yes, and I'll spread my song over life and song, deep the sun that shines down on earth. Flying high between land and sky, until we reach the great river. And when we move down on that muddy old ground, I'm gonna dive right into the water. In the cold night air to dry my tears and my sorrow, and my wings to take over deserts and lead my song until tomorrow. Yes, and I'll lay my head on that deep river bed to wash away all my trouble, but I'll still sing my song over lifetimes long for my sisters and my brothers. Flying high between land and sky until we meet the great river. And when we move down on that muddy old ground, I'm gonna dive right in the water. Flying high between land and sky until we meet the great river. And when we move down on that muddy old ground, I'm gonna dive right in the water. Thank you very much indeed. Well, there's actually like 100,000 people behind the camera right now. At an appropriate distance from each other.
Well,
You know, of
and
course.
just like 1950s television, we're going to take a commercial break.
Yes, you are.
Because I'm going to ask the question, if you compose that with a 12-pack of Bud Light,
It was a 24-pack.
24-pack, folks, what could
What
you
could I do
sing
with that?
with a single growler of Waldmann's Pills?
So what you're saying is you want to sponsor the next record. I get it.
End of commercial.
Thanks, Tom.
A case of beer is not a sponsorship hit.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, it's a pint, so
There's a song in there, right?
It is inspiration.
Yeah.
But if that's all it takes, yes, I will sponsor.
That being said, I'm drinking the Wiener right now, and it's my favorite beer in St. Paul. I can tell you that.
Fabulous. He was not paid for saying that, folks, just for the record.
Yeah.
So you guys are serving food takeaway and crowlers, right? From
Correct.
3 to 8 every day.
That's correct.
Okay, people can
And
Go
home
ahead and
and
call.
home delivery,
And
effective
home
tomorrow.
delivery.
Yep, yep.
Oh.
any particular radius for your home delivery?
35, or excuse me, 94 in the north,
Uh-huh.
Butler Avenue in the south,
Uh-huh.
52 on the east,
Okay.
and Snelling Avenue in the west for
Yeah.
free delivery.
Holy
Wow.
cow.
That's good coverage.
And it's the whole menu, full menu?
Full menu.
All right.
Yep.
And you
And all of our beers and crowlers.
Oh, that's great. Are you riding your bicycle to deliver these?
No.
It's a great workout.
Yeah, very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll keep
I'll
ordering
pass.
up the hybrid.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All the way to the river. All right, so Jody, some jigs.
Do you want to do those? Yeah.
You pick them out.
You pick them out.
You pick them out.
No, you.
See, this is what happens.
You're gonna step
I feel
out.
like a strong case of
All right. Well, these are fun too. We'll play some jigs. I think there's just 2 of them, right?
Yeah,
2 jigs.
if you're gonna play those ones.
Yeah, those ones.
Okay.
We call them a mixture of things. We call them Andy Davies. Andy Davy was a fiddle player who grew up near where my mom was born. But we figured out that they're actually written by a fiddle player named Sean Ryan.
That's funny, you know, they both have 2 first names.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Andy Davy, Sean Ryan.
They were also hairdressers.
And Sean Ryan was a fiddle player that my uncle used to play with.
Stop it.
He really did, yeah.
Oh, Sherlock, Roger Sherlock?
No,
No.
Uncle Mickey.
Oh, Uncle Mickey, sorry.
he would like get on his bike and ride over to play tunes with Sean.
See, I'm learning things too today.
Yeah. So these have, you know.
And I'm wearing a Betty Dowling original sweater tonight.
Wow.
That's his mom.
My mom made this.
Wow.
Made a sweater.
Here's the Betty. Here's the Betty.
Yay, Betty.
Razor crowlers. Yep, here's the Betty.
And your knitting needles.
Yeah. and
Yes,
the
and the
knitting.
knitting needles, yeah. Wow. And she's stuck in Atlanta. Maybe she's even watching right now.
She could be behind the
She
screen
could be
there.
in
Are you ready?
there. Hi, Betty.
Hi, Betty. Hi, Mom. Hello, Atlanta people.
All right. Go ahead and start.
I will.
Tom, you brought a poem to my attention earlier on. You brought a couple of poems, but this one really kind of. I'm a fan of Seamus Heaney anyway.
Oh,
But
I
I
love
was-
things.
I wouldn't, I'm not a, you know, I don't know all his material. I hadn't heard this one before. But I will share it with you anyway. It's called The Railway Children. We were small and thought we knew nothing worth knowing. We thought words traveled the vines in the shiny pouches of raindrops, each one seated full with the light of the sky, the gleam of the lines, and ourselves so infinitesimally scaled, we could stream through the eye of a needle.
Thanks, Patsy.
Thanks.
Have a tune?
Wow.
We sure will. Do we want to do slides now?
We can.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, these are some fun, very fun slides that we learned from our friend Sean O'Driscoll, who used to live on Nicollet Island, but he's a big ex-rugby player from Blarney in Cork, not far from where Patsy grew up.
That's right.
Yeah.
Quite close.
Yeah, quite close. So, so we learned these from Sean O'Driscoll, and there's some slides. Anything else about them, Jody?
No, they're great.
They're great.
They're great.
Yeah, again, some solo dancing could happen.
We've been playing them for years, so
Yeah.
good old ones.
Yeah. Oh, I should dedicate these to my mom, who's in the hospital in Chicago. She just had her knee replaced today.
Oh, all right.
Is she online?
She could be online. But my dad said she might be a little kooky today.
Good. Well,
You don't get to say anything.
All right.
One, you ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Fabulous, fabulous.
Artisan's still on those.
Song
Cat
time?
cats, yeah.
I don't know, what have I got? Any requests at this point?
You know, I've always got weird requests, and that'll be awkward, because then you're gonna have to say in front of
Yeah.
the live camera, no,
Right.
I'm not gonna do that.
No,
one.
okay, no more weird requests.
Yeah.
Not fair.
You want to do the Grey Funnel line?
Do you want to do the Great Funnel Line?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's do that.
No, I think we should get
Alright.
Well, Kate doesn't want to do the Great Funnel
In
line.
that case, we're doing the Great Funnel Line.
That's it. I've seen it.
The song that was written, I think it was written in the mid 20th century. An Englishman whose name I can now not remember, who had served his whole life at sea. He wrote this song called The Grey Funnel Line. And there was no such thing officially as the Grey Funnel Line. The Grey Funnel Line was a euphemism for the British Navy because their funnels were grey. So that's where the title came from. Don't mind the rain or the rolling sea. These weary nights never bothered me. But the hardest thing in a sailor's day is to watch the sun as it dies away. It's one more day on the Grey Funnel Line. Don't mind a ship that sails the sea is still a prison for the likes of me. But give me wings like Noah's dove, I'll sail on where I love. It's one more on the Grey Funnel Line. Oh Lord, if dreams were only real, I have my hands on the golden hill. With all my heart I turn around, I tell the boys we're homeward bound. It's one more day on the Grey Funnel Line. I spend my time like some machine until blue waters turn to green. I'll dance on down that wash shore. I'll sail the Grey Funnel Line no more. There's one more on the Grey Funnel Line. There's one more on the Grey Funnel Line. There's one more on the Grey Funnel Line.
Lovely, Patsy.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Song called The Grey Funnel Line.
All right,
More tunes?
more tunes? Sure.
Absolutely.
Tunes.
Jiggies? Got calendars?
Did we just do jigs?
We did do jigs. I was
We did
thinking
slides.
about the Liffey Banks and the Dublin Porter because it's a beer song.
There you go.
Is there a porter on tap here? Not right
A
now?
doppelstick,
A doppelstick.
even better.
All right. I
That
don't know what that
Is the
is.
Schokolade still on there?
Chocolate Weizen is still available on the growlers.
That is
I'm a
yummy.
lot of Weizen guys.
Which reminds me, it's another.
Commercial break.
But actually, folks, in seriousness, I want to make this commercial break out to all areas, small businesses, not just us, but bad weather, Claudia Coffee, all of your favorite hangouts and restaurants. Please remember them, continue to support them, and keep your chin up. Okay, and thanks for hanging in there with us. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Tom, you are awesome. I love what you're doing here at Waldmann.
Love you, man.
We love how you transformed the building.
That's another Bud Light reference.
I
I'm a
That's
ringer, man.
it.
I'm a ringer.
know. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll play the Liffey Banks and the Dublin Porter.
Sure.
Is that all right?
Sure.
All right. So 2 reels. I think both in D. You know.
I know you.
D. Big pass.
Oh, okay. We'll play 3
3. Let's play.
for St.
Okay.
Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 for 317.
All right.
Nice.
Go for it.
Okay. All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. The first tune is the Liffey Banks.
Yeah. So you're on.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. more.
Oh, really?
Should we do one more song and some polkas?
How does that sound to everybody out there?
Woo!
Yay! Free bird! Free bird!
Careful what you wish for, Tommy. Wore a lot of hats in my time.
Yeah, he pulled out some songs on Saturday night. I was like,
I've heard
whoa.
you do a Led Zeppelin riff, so I know.
Yeah, they're all in there. So, song and a tune?
Song and
Song and tune, right?
Yeah.
So, a couple more. We'll say goodnight and thanks for sticking around, if you did.
Yeah.
Yes, and thank you for joining us at Waldmann's, one of
Yeah.
our favorite pubs in the world.
Totally. We
Ranks,
should rename ourselves
it
The
ranks,
Waldman's.
ranks right up there with the HiB in Cork City.
Yeah,
Oh, there is a high B.
Oh, yeah, that's where the name
Yeah,
comes from.
Oh,
Yeah. If you're ever in Cork City, you should go there.
wow. You
Yeah,
may need.
it's about, the whole pub is about the size of this room.
That is true.
Do you need an international trademark lawyer?
See, now you was thinking all sorts of things.
Lawyers, don't bring up lawyers.
Sorry. All right, bad enough as it is.
Next song is Lawyers, Guns, and Money.
That got weird.
What else do we do together? We do the kangaroo?
What do you
We
think?
can do the kangaroo.
Because we all know this.
The
This
kangaroo?
one together. The Good Ship Kangaroo.
Okay.
Which is it's a song based around a ship called the Kangaroo, and it was an actual ship in the mid 1700s, built in Liverpool, I believe. Sailed out of Milford Bay for most of its career, and was put to rest, as ships of that time were put to rest, in Bristol Harbour in the mid 1800s. And this song is a kind of a song of unrequited love, deceit, deception, lies. All the cheery things that are associated with folk music,
Yeah.
and it's the tale of a young broken-hearted sailor. So
And there's an opium den in it.
there's no opium den in it. Kate just made that up. But there is a reference to opium, but of course you couldn't say that out loud in the song at the time. So there's a reference to what they call China Hottentot, which is a euphemism for opium. You'll hear that in the last verse if you keep your ears cocked for that. Anyway, it's called The Good Ship Kangaroo. And there were verses of it found by archivists and collectors. There were verses scattered around Northern Europe. I believe there was even some verses found in Russia. There was a verse or two found in Scotland, and a verse or two found in England. But the only complete version that was ever found from start to finish was from the singing of a woman called Bess Cronin in
Oh.
Ballyvourney in West Cork,
Where the flute nerd weekend is.
where the Nerd Weekend was. Yeah.
Yeah.
She lived up in through, I think she lived into the 60s, I think. But she knew the complete version of the song, and I think this is close enough to the version that she had. Well, once I was a waiting man who lived at home a days. Now I am a mariner and I plough the angry seas. I have always loved seafaring life, I bid my love adieu. And I shipped a steward and I cooked to me boys on board the Kangaroo. Well, I never thought she would prove false or even prove untrue, as we sailed away through Milford Bay on board the Kangaroo. Well, think of me, oh, think of me, she mournfully did say, while you are on some foreign shore and I am far away. Oh, won't you take this lucky threepenny bit just to help you keep in mind the loving, trust and faithful heart you left in tears behind. Cheer up, my own true love, and don't you cry so bitterly. Well, she sobbed, she sighed, she choked, she cried, she could not say goodbye. Well, I won't be gone for very long, 'tis but a month or two, and when I will return again, well, of course I'll visit you. Well, I never thought she would prove false or even prove untrue, as we sailed away through Milford Bay on board the Kangaroo. Our ship it was homeward bound from many's the farthing shore, and it's many's the farthing present unto my love I bore. I had tortoises from Tenerife, ties from Timbuktu. I had a China rat, I had a Bengal cat, I had a Bombay cockatoo. And up I saw her dwelling in the streets above the town, where an ancient dame upon the line was hanging out her gown. Where is my love? Oh, she's better, sir. About 6 months ago, with a smart young man that arrives the bank for a chapel and Sunday call. Well, I never thought she would prove false or even prove untrue, as we sailed away through Milford Bay on board the Kangaroo. Soap and the suds and the blue, to hearts, romance and paint and starch and the washing and sewing too. I'll go up on some foreign shore, no longer can I stay, and on some China I'll throw myself away. Now my love, she is no foolish girl, her age it is to the score, and my love, she is no spinster, she's been married so once before, and I cannot say it was her wealth stole my heart away. She's a washer in the laundry for one time a day. Well, I never thought she would false or even through and through, as we sailed away through Milford Bay on board the
Do we have time for one more?
One more,
Time for
absolutely.
one more.
Okay. Well, before, I'm sure there's lots of things to be said, but I want to acknowledge you, Tom, for inviting us out tonight. This could have been canceled for us, and as artists and as people who like to entertain and celebrate with
Yeah.
other people, it's lovely you gave us this opportunity to share with your customers and your audience. So
Yeah, and just to keep playing the music like we do is fun for us. So times that can get a little trying right now, this is just fun.
yeah,
Plain old fun.
it's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
And
Thank
hopefully we brought a little bit of the fun into the
Into your-
Facebook Live world,
That's
wherever
right.
you are.
Yeah.
folks.
This guy should have been on
Thanks for
TV.
being here.
Bring it to your living room, folks, live.
Yeah, and don't forget you can come by for crowlers and strudel. I'm in all for the strudel
Yeah.
and all sorts of other things.
And
All right.
subscription beer delivery.
That's
See,
right.
that could catch on.
Is that a thing?
That could be
That's
a thing.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Wow.
Check it
Your
out.
life just got better. Didn't
Oh
it?
boy.
Yeah.
But I still want to come down here.
That's it, yeah.
So, all right. So keep your eye on the Waldmann website, Facebook site for music. They have music here 3 nights a week. Off and on, yeah,
Virtually, yes.
virtually.
Yes. We'll do more of these.
We'll see what happens, but yeah, keep your eye out. They have a lovely beer garden in the summer. After we get through all of this stuff, and we'll be back. I hope
You will.
in Waldman. So come visit us.
Yeah,
If you're from out of town, this is a place to. This is a destination. You
definitely.
should come here. It's a really cool place. Check it out.
You said we'll be back.
We'll be
I
back.
just thought we should change the name to the Hiberminators.
We'll be back.
They'll be back.
Let's make this over.
All right.
You're so bad.
Hiberminators.
So we're going to play a couple of polkas to finish out the night for St. Patrick's Day.
Mhm.
And these we learned from Sean O'Driscoll
Sean,
and,
good.
and Patty O'Brien again. So kind of a little combo. Is that the first one? Goes up high? Okay. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
back here. Thank you, guys. Just some closing remarks here. I want to thank the HiBs again for this fabulous performance tonight. If you're still watching this, please remember to share this from your Facebook accounts, and you can visit the HiBs Facebook account at HiBs Music. And folks, as we always do at Waldmann, just a reminder to keep your home fires burning.
All right, thanks, Tom.
Have a good evening.